Hey everyone, this is Derterifii, and today I'm back with another video. Guess what? Just saw Beauty and the Beast, and it was good. I enjoyed it. It was different, but for something like that, it's good that it is. That's actually not why I'm here today. Why I'm here is what happened after the fact, which was also fun. A little bit of backstory. While we were watching the film, there was a group of people in the row that was directly in front of us, and they were using their phones. The thing that they tell you not to do at the start of every movie. So, word to the wise, don't use your phones. But yes, they were using their phones, and apparently a couple people had complained. So one of the employees had come into the theater room to tell them to stop using their phones to doing their job. I don't see what they were doing with their phones. I heard one person say that they were recording. What I saw at least was that there were two phones, and for a little bit one of them was playing a game. They claimed that a child would have had it, so maybe a child had it at that point. I'm not sure. The other person had a phone. All I saw was the screen that was lit up. I didn't actually see what was on it, but someone said they were recording, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say, hey, maybe they were, maybe they weren't. After the film, so what had happened, according to someone else, what they were trying to do was they were trying to get reimbursed for the film, or to get like a free pass or some shit, because, the person who told them to stop using the phones was incredibly rude to them. And they didn't appreciate that, accused of doing something illegal, blah, 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 this, that, the other thing. At the end of the day, they told them no. They said that someone had complained, not multiple people had complained, and, one of the other patrons had stepped up to the plate and told them, yeah, someone had complained because, they were saying, that's ridiculous, no one saw us, blah, 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 blah. You could see the smoke coming from her ears when she was told that, yes, people did in fact complain about her using her phone in a theater where people are trying to watch a movie, because this is a foreign concept. And she attacked the person who essentially said, yes, I complained. So when my girlfriend saw this, she stepped to the plate. She called them out on the shit because, they're being rude to not only another customer, they're being rude to an employee. They're getting very verbal. They're getting verbally abusive. Apparently, at one point, she shoved the employee, who's essentially telling her no, and it just was just big things. Like, as soon as she stepped in there, she said no. She said, "Yay, hey, that's not cool," which is great. More people need to do that, for one. But no, they immediately turned on her, and she's shouting. She's being verbally abusive. I think the phrase "white cracker bitches" came out of there. It was great. When she did this, I stepped out of the plate. It's like I didn't really say anything. I was just, at this point, it's like I think my presence had more to do with anything. That's more to say, hey, I'm on this person's side, my girlfriend's side. It's like I was getting shouted at too. The customer was getting shouted at. The employee was getting shouted at. Everyone was getting shouted. Verbal abuse everywhere. At one point, she actually tried throwing a punch at the employee after the fact because, she can't shout at someone because there's a man next to them. But yeah, she threw a punch at them, still being verbally abusive, and it didn't make contact, but it still got thrown. She's cursing us out. She called, a few of the people on the bench, fat white cracker bitches. She called a few of us fags. Lots of fun stuff, lots of slurs going around. Eventually tried storming out of the theater. She said that employee said that she was calling security. She turned around, got a second wind, and just was going at it again, escalating the situation. And it was this beautiful, beautiful sight that I never want to see again. And eventually, I stepped out of the lake because, let me say something. What she was saying was that she was being accused of doing something illegal, that she was being accused of recording on her cell phone, recording the movie on her cell phone, when it wasn't her using her phone, it was the child using her phone. There's two issues with this. One, that is your child. in a theater using a phone where people are trying to watch a movie. It is your job as a parent to teach them that they can't do that shit. 2, you're still using your phone in a theater where people are trying to watch a movie. It doesn't matter what you were doing. It doesn't matter if you were on the phone with your boss. It doesn't matter if you were recording the film. It doesn't matter if you were playing a game. It doesn't matter if you're browsing fucking Facebook. It doesn't matter. The fact that you're on your phone at all is the problem. Oh yeah, by the way, she tried turning into a race issue, so that was fun. I don't know why this is such a confusing subject for people. I don't know why people think that it's okay to use their phones in a theater where people are trying to watch a movie, especially when they tell you at the beginning of every single movie. We just sit through a goddamn Geico ad telling us not to turn on our cell phones, to turn off our cell phones, to silence them. It boggles the mind that people think that this shit is okay when they beat the shit into your head. And I don't get it. I don't get how you can try justifying something that is clearly against the rules of the theater, regardless of what you're doing with the device. And this is ridiculous, guys. An employee should not be getting harassed because a person got told, no, you can't use your cell phone in a theater. Another customer shouldn't be getting harassed because they got told, no, you can't use your cell phone in a theater. And honestly, just because you're of a different skin tone of someone does not necessarily mean that something has to do with race. It doesn't. Now, I know I don't look it, but I am biracial. I'm getting called a cracker, I'm getting called gay, I'm getting called a Trump supporter. Woo. But it's dumb. And I find it so hilarious that someone is so entitled to think that it is okay to use their cell phone in a theater and get reimbursed when they're told to stop. I find it so hilarious that someone can be so entitled that when they're told what they're doing in a theater using their cell phone is wrong, their first act is to shout, is to scream, is to verbally threaten, is to physically assault, because they were told you gotta follow the rules in a theater that has the same rules as literally any other theater. Point being, guys, you can't use your cell phone in a theater. And if you are using your cell phone in a theater, you're doing something wrong. And when you're told that you're doing something wrong, shouting and screaming about it isn't going to fix it. Because, the funny thing is, if they had just silently left and, cursed out the theater when they got home, we wouldn't know who they were. We wouldn't. We wouldn't have known who they were. We wouldn't have had any sort of confrontation with them. They could have just gone home, silently complained about it, posted negative review on some site, and said, the employee was rude, this, that, the other thing, whatever. They could have done that, but they didn't. They got angry. They shouted. They physically assaulted an employee. They verbally assaulted literally everyone who told them that they were in the wrong. Because, fuck it, no they weren't. Yeah, you were. This isn't okay, guys. And I'm hoping that anyone watching this video is better than that. Because that shit's not gonna be okay. It never will be. Come on, guys, it's time to grow up.